Welcome to my channel Living Linux. In this video I want to have a look at Exofactory. As you can see here, it's a game, and at the time of this video you can wishlist it on Steam, and you can also try the demo. And these screenshots, they give you an impression of the game. Now, I saw a post on Bluesky from the developer, Caitlin Campbell, asking people to test it on RISC-V. Now, Steam doesn't support RISC-V, it doesn't support ARM yet. So if you go to the website of Exofactory and you go to Nerd Stuff, then you can see that you can download a build for RISC-V and you can download a build for ARM Linux. Now, I tried it on my RISC-V single board computer, but this game is relatively heavy on the GPU. So the integrated GPU of a single board computer, of a RISC-V single board computer, at the moment they are not able to handle this. But I asked Bas Magré to test it on his RISC-V single board computer with an AMD Radeon. So he was able to get it working. So if we go further in the video, then you can see that he is playing the game. And I'll also put a link to this video in the description of the video. Now, like I said, I tried it on my RISC-V single board computer. I also tried it on an ARM single board computer with the Rockchip RK3588, but I was able to get to the start menu. But starting the game, I ran into memory issues. So perhaps the iGPU, the Mali G610, is not really able to handle this, at least not at this point in time. So I'm going to test it on ARM. So I have a Phytium D2000 with an AMD Radeon RX550. The Phytium has 8 A72 ARM cores. So with an RX550, it's the best idea to put it on minimal graphics presets. And I also tried the smallest window size that I was able to see here. So let's try the game. And once we're in the game, you can press F1 to see some stats.
information gathered by my collection of sensors, I can get a sort of global view. That's a good practical thing too. In this sensor-fused global view, I can modify my perspective using the standard controls I know. This should be helpful, like really helpful. I'm getting a sense of what's around me now. That's progress. I'll focus on exactly what practical things I have to work with here. I'll center the focus point on my core and interact with it. After I do that, I can think of what to do next. To the left, there is a guide on how to interact. Why is that even there? No idea.
So you can see that at the moment the average FPS is 13. So yeah, it's a good thing it's not something like a first-person shooter or a racing game. Yeah, for this type of game I think it's doable. It's not optimal, but it's doable. So let's progress in the game.
Okay, I know visualizing functionality isn't too normal, but I find it comforting. And looking at what functionality there is, it looks like I'll need all the comfort I can get. What I can do is disassemble lesser used parts of myself to gain just enough to put together a little external frame I can occupy. The important thing is to not dwell on the fact that I disassembled lesser used parts of myself. If humans can take out lesser used parts, so can I. The little guy won't be too capable, but it's better than nothing. Better than dying in a box in the desert. At least there's hope now. I'll make an exoframe and think of what to do next. I just need to remember to stay focused on my core visualization when making things manually. Cores were never meant to make anything, so I need to make sure I misuse the systems properly.
So it's busy building the exoframe.
I never realized how much I didn't like manually making things till about 45 seconds ago. I kind of want to not do manual labor if I can avoid it. Anyways, now I have an exoframe. This is safety, the first steps towards something. If I close the core visualization window, I can try to enter the exoframe. Once again, the strange guide on the left shows how. And when I am occupying an exoframe, I can move around for real. Moving my perspective in a sensor fusion virtual representation is one thing, but moving in the world for real is another. When I am occupying an exoframe, I can switch back to my global view at any time. When I am in my global view, I can switch back to the exoframe. I'll try switching back and forth a few times, then I'll think of what to do next. As always, the strange guide is there to the left. At this point, I know the deal.
So press E to enter exoframe, and you can press Q to go back to the original view. But let's...
Now that I can move around in the real world, I need to think of what is next. Well, I can't keep tearing myself apart, that's for sure. And I was sent to industrialize this world. I could start by finding resources and building up some infrastructure. I'm not doing it because I was programmed to. I am doing it because I want to. Wait, do I want to build infrastructure because I was programmed to? There are too many pressing more
Okay, so let's get back. Oh, I need to move it from the exoframe inventory to the core inventory.
Properties. Wall Street, like concrete but more environmentally friendly. Do I even care about the environment? I don't know yet.
So now we can press E to enter building mode. So we can build a mining machine. And we can work on the logistics. So I guess from here you probably can guess where this is going. That you need to put a mining machine next to a rock and then use these things to connect it back to here so that it can be processed. And yeah, probably you can build a full factory. So yeah, I think it's really interesting that the developer also has a RISC-V build and an ARM Linux build. And yeah, you do need a discrete graphics card. Perhaps it's doable on one of the newer ARM single board computers, like the Orange Pi 6 Plus. But I don't think that one is on sale yet. I think there's also the Radeon Orion 06, but that one is also a bit more expensive. So yeah, I'm really happy that this developer isn't just thinking of releasing for x86, so AMD or Intel, but also for RISC-V and ARM. So this is all for now, and I hope to see you again in my next video.